rumors. Yeah, gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon? Maybe? I don't know what I'm doing, to be completely honest right now. What am I doing with my life? I'm sitting here wearing a Smash Bros. Shirt. I got a Pokemon hat on. And, oh, right, Nintendo Prime. How you guys doing? We have some Pokemon rumors for you straight out of France, coming from Kelios. Now, Kelios runs a very popular Pokemon website in France and has been 1000% correct on several Pokemon rumors over the years. Also, they've leaked a lot of information about Nintendo Directs and nailed it. So clearly they have inside sources. However, they themselves don't technically work for Nintendo or the Pokemon Company, so everything needs to be taken with, that grain of salt, they say. Maybe you need like a whole packet of salt. Maybe you got to Dumb and Dumber that crap and throw it over your right shoulder and just deal with some BS. But what's happening here is they put out a tweet saying everyone needs to relax. Now, why do they need to relax? Because people are like, oh, we got this DLC. When are we going to get a new Pokemon game? Are we getting a remake? Are we getting this? And there's a lot of demands from the Pokemon Company, or really of the Pokemon Company, to remake more games because they have consistently been remaking games for a long time. But there's a lot of demands on different types of remakes. Well, it turns out he said, hey, we're going to get remakes in 2021 in November. So November 2021 is when we're getting Pokemon remakes according to Kelios. He went on to say that, hey, look, you want to know what's happening in 2021? It's pretty simple. New Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Unite, Detective Pikachu 2, and then these new remakes. That's 4 major releases, 5, since there's probably going to be 2 games for the mainline series. And he did say it's a mainline series remake. Now, does that mean it's not going to be a Let's Go remake, or is it going to be a Let's Go 2 and then it's Gen 2 or something? I have no idea. Are they done with Let's Go? Are we done with the Let's Go IP that sold 11 million? Or is that considered part of the main series? I don't know. How do we know what the Pokemon Company considers? Because they don't always consider what fans want, or we wouldn't have got a lot of the things we got in Pokemon Sword and Shield. However, Pokemon Sword and Shield is like the second best, third best selling Pokemon game of all time. So, I mean, they must be doing something right, or is it just because the Switch is so popular, it boosted sales higher than it would have been? I have no idea. That is not something that I know enough about the Pokemon franchise to do, because I still have not played Pokemon Sword and Shield, and this is when all of you Pokemon fans click away from my video and stop caring what I have to say. That being said, for those of you still around, I am very curious what you guys think about this and what they could possibly be remaking for next year. I think a remake was always the next step, because they tend to do this. Here's a new generation, then here's a remake. Sometimes you'll get like a here's a new gen, then here's like the Gen 1.5 of that gen, where it's like black and white, and then here's black and white 2. But they don't always do stuff like that. A lot of times it's here's a new gen, here's a remake, here's a new gen, here's a remake, which means after next year should be a new gen. Does that mean we're going to get a new gen in 2022? I don't know. Could be 2023. Could be 2024. Do we really want to go there? Possibly. I don't know how long it's going to take for a new generation. But what I do know is that at least one more main quote unquote mainline game from Pokemon is coming during the current Switch's life cycle. And that's going to end up being probably a remake, whether it's Let's Go, a new Let's Go game, or if we're talking about, hey, a traditional remake. They have made a lot of traditional remakes, so it could go down that line as well. And for those who don't know, the traditional remakes usually follow whatever the current gen is doing. So you would take the art direction and the style of Pokemon Sword and Shield, but then apply it to an older generation world and bring that world back to life. And any Pokemon from that world back to life that didn't appear in, obviously, in Sword and Shield. So that's something to consider. I obviously want to know what you guys want. I've heard a lot of demands for various different generations from Sinnoh. That's one that comes up a lot is, we want a Sinnoh remake. We want this remake. We want this gen. We want Gen 6. We want Gen 4. We want Gen 2. We want Gen 5. Like, there's a whole bunch of generations that keep begging for remakes. The only gen that people aren't really begging for is Gen 1, because Gen 1's been remade, was that 2 times now? 3 times? I mean, yeah, it's been at least twice now that they've remade that gen. So some people are like, don't do that. And honestly, I'm good. We got Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. I'm good with Gen 1 being set aside for a while. Even though I loved Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, I have the little Pokeball controller from it sitting over here, hanging on my wall, because I legitimately enjoy that game. But I'm also probably what people would call a Gen 1er, and this is when the rest of the Pokemon fans watching my video just did that little, let me step out. But really, folks, I'm just excited for Pokemon Snap. That's right. I just flipped the script on you. I've been waiting for a new Pokemon Snap, guys, for 20 years? I mean, Pokemon Snap was one of my favorite Pokemon games from when I was a kid. It was Pokemon Snap and Pokemon Coliseum. Those two games I loved more than the mainline Pokemon games. And I stopped playing the mainline Pokemon games shortly after Stadium, Coliseum. They stopped that. And then obviously there was never a new Pokemon Snap. And I think those games not coming back might have killed my love of Pokemon more than the mainline series did. So let's just say Pokemon Snap, the new Pokemon Snap, which I think is just a remake, I don't know, has the ability to draw me back into the series and finally get me to play Sword and Shield, which I know there's going to be some of you out there being, oh, Sword and Shield's divisive, just skip it. It's not a true representation of what? I care about what Pokemon's going to be in the future. So we'll see what happens, folks. You guys let me know what you're excited about, which Pokemon game you're most excited about for next year, potentially, because rumor, what have you, of the 4 games that are coming. For me, it's the new Pokemon Snap. I also want to know, what generation do you think they're going to remake, and how are they going to do it? Is it going to be a traditional style remake, where they kind of take what happened in Sword and Shield and then just to reapply it to a new world, a new generation, or an older generation, but making that generation feel new again? Or is it going to be another Let's Go game, which I'm good with that too, because I really enjoyed what they did with Let's Go. I know, another divisive game. What's the Pokemon company just releasing these divisive games over and over? Like, why can't they just be like, well, hold on. Why does it feel like the only thing they've released recently that's been universally praised was a Pokemon movie starring Ryan Reynolds? You guys know what I'm talking about, Detective Pikachu. Universal praise and acceptance by fans for that one. But the games, the mainstay of the IP, a little divisive. Anyways, folks, I'm Nathaniel Robojets from Nintendo Prime, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Oh, and by the way, PPS, please tell me the audio sounds fantastic on this. I finally did something crazy. You see this? This is what I did. This mic here hooked into this camera and 4K. Only 30 FPS, but still 4K. Now you get 4K audio quality, whatever that means. I just blew your ears out. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next video.